respect, may I take a different position from the distinguished ambassador?
And why not?
To the question that you ask, is it fair criticism? I say it is not. I say it is overblown for this reason. The first thing is that the African Union is not perfect. That's the point. They haven't done everything perfectly. They have made mistakes. But are they useless? If they did not exist, if the African Union did not exist, will Africa and Africans be better off? I say no. The African Union needs to make more progress, but we need it. We need to do better. But the other point I want to point out is people who make these big criticisms out there have been an activist for decades. It is those who stand on the sidelines who make the harshest criticism because it takes responsibility from them. Democracy is number one. But what is democracy? Democracy has to be fought for by the people. Now, what gives me hope, if you look at Afrobarometer, in every country, the people are saying we want more democracy. When we say countries are being stolen, you are right. Bad elections are terrible, but it is by the political leaders. The people constantly say we want democracy. So we, the people, have to keep fighting for it. But it is very dangerous and very irresponsible to say the African Union should be abolished, it shouldn't exist. They get together to talk. And the fact that we stay together, even if we don't have benchmarks, we do have benchmarks, they are just not criteria for kicking you out. Why?
What kind of benchmarks are you talking about?
Right. We have the peer review mechanism, okay, where we set down.
That is on paper, my friend. In reality, what does it in fact mean?
This is my point. This is my point that we are making progress gradually. I want to emphasize that the reason why we say if you are an African country, you can come in is because of our history of being divided. Africa was chopped into 54 colonies and countries. So we have to keep each other together. If we say you haven't met...
By the way, 55 if you include Western Sahara.
Thank you. Yes, this is my point. So it is important to say we are family. Even if you are behaving badly, we have to try and find ways to keep you in the family and talk to you, because the outside world want to divide Africa into small little pieces so they can steal our resources. I hope we get to talk about corruption.
When you talk about stealing, really, what about the fact that we are talking about individuals who happen to be presidents of certain countries,
yes,
who actually are engaged in the business of stealing elections?
Absolutely.
And where is the African Union when we need it?
Precisely.
Who does it represent, in fact? Does it represent the people of Africa, or does it in fact represent or reflect the interests of individuals who happen to occupy State House?
We are making slow progress. It should belong to the people. We are making slow progress of trying to make... This is again the point that the African Union, the achievement I give the African Union high marks was when they said, if you make a coup, if you come to power by unconstitutional means, you don't belong here, because constitutional means mean that your people really want you to lead them. We haven't done it perfectly, and I will state again, I am unhappy with what happened in Zimbabwe. It was a military coup. The African Union should have said it's a military coup, find a way to hold real elections and you can come. So I agree with